Hey everybody, and welcome to another PSPP tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to go ahead and do the second part of the chi-square stuff in PSPP, and this is the more complex, but not super complicated, test of independence. So not quite as cut and dry as goodness of fit, but we're going to see whether or not multiple groups or multiple people in multiple groups are going to be categorized across multiple groups in the way that we expect versus the way that we observed. So here I have another data set from Gary Fisk. This is his crosstabs formatted data file. So here we have two variables. One is sex, one is male. Let's drag this out since we have room. Okay, fine, let's double click on it. One is male and two is female. And then we have another variable called political party. And here we have one is a Democrat and two is Republican. Perfect. So there's four cells, either male or female, Democrat or Republican, okay? And so we have a breakdown of those in data view here. We have, 30 people, okay? And so they're either male or female, Democrat or Republican, okay? Hopefully that translates here. Okay, so how do we do chi-squared test of independence? Well, you don't do it in the same way that you do goodness of fit. We actually have to go to a different submenu as part of analyze. So we're going to go to analyze first. Always go to analyze. And then we're going to go to descriptives and crosstabs. So here we have crosstabs. Let me make this bigger. And we are going to put sex in the rows and political party in the columns. Okay, so sex is going to be our rows, political party is going to be our columns. And to make this work, we need to make sure that we have the right statistics. So we're going to click on statistics. Cheaper opening this up on random parts of my screen. So initially, crosstabs will always give you chi-square as default, but you can also get the phi coefficient, you can get CC, you can get lambdas, UC, B tau, C tau, risk, gamma, D, kappa, eta. I believe this is with correlations or none, which would be weird if you clicked on none, but so chi-square is already chosen for us, so perfect. We're going to hit continue on that one. We can click on cells, and this will tell us what we want in each of our cell displays. So by default, you get the count, row, columns, and totals, but we can also choose expected, i.e., like getting expected. You can get residual and standard residual. I'm going to leave those two off just to not make this super unwieldy of a table because I think it's going to be a singular table. So if we click on continue here, then paste again will give you the syntax. Okay, will give us the output. So let's look at this output here. All right, so let's expand this sucker so I can live in this corner. Okay, so here is the syntax: crosstabs table sex by political party. Format equals a value tables pivot, so it's a pivot table. Statistics equals chi-squared, and then this would have the other ones if you checked on them. And then cells count, row, column, total, and expected. All right, so let's look at the statistics that we get or the tables that we get, as well as the statistics. So here are our cases: sex by political party, N of 30, which represents 100% of the data set. None are missing, cool, and so total. And that's all you get. You get whether or not you have any missing values represented here. So this is what I was saying. This is the sex by political party crosstabs table. And so this, I was definitely expecting this table to be super unwieldy because I remember it from my SPSS days. So here we have sex male, sex female, count, expected, row percent, column percent, total percent, count expected. Okay. So we have 5 and 8. 5 was observed, 8 was expected, 10 was observed for Republican male, 7 was expected, okay? And so we are 50-50'd here. The reason why this is 50-50 is because our expectation of males and females would have been 50-50, okay? And you can find out how many percentage this is out of the 50%. Down here, you can see that the expectation for Democrats and Republicans was 53-47, expectation 53-47, okay? We ended up with 16 and 14, okay? So what does this amount to as far as whether or not these two variables are independent of one another, okay? So we are looking for Pearson's chi-squared, okay? The value of that chi-squared is 4.82. I don't know why I said it the way that I did. So it would be chi-squared, parentheses 1, because it's got a degrees of freedom of 1, n, comma, n equals 30 equals 4.82, comma, asymptotic p-value two-tailed 0.028. This is a significant chi-square test. And again, you could also get the likelihood ratio, Fisher's exact test, which comes over here. Okay, linear by linear association, continuity correction, and n valid cases. Okay, so that is the chi-square test showing the test of independence. Okay, hooray, hooray. Okay, that's how you do test of independence chi-square in PSPP. If you like this content, please consider leaving a like if you like this content. If you like the If you like this video, please consider leaving a like. If you like this content, please consider subscribing for more PSPP tutorials. I'll see you next time.